How did you start it as a chef?
I After graduate of high school and I went to get my diploma in Australia. If you ask me what to get my inspiration to pursue for this career, I would say because I love cooking. I probably it's my mom reason. She loves to cook different kind of cuisine. Then I love cooking. Then I love to taste the food. That's probably the reason drive me to this career.
And your schooling and working experience, they are more of, it's very European. And then now you're back in Malaysia, where we're going to talk about Ken's concept later, where you use a lot of neighborhood and local ingredients to enhance and make it into a fine dining concept. Was it a hard transition, you would say, because your background is more European and now it's very Malaysian?
The process, I won't say hard. I mean, the idea when I decide when I'm coming back to Malaysia, probably the idea is already started. I already started the idea. I want to do something related to Malaysia. That's the reason why I decided to come back to Malaysia. And I mean, even though when I come back to Malaysia, I didn't open my own restaurant for the first time. I joined the other company, but even though in that restaurants, I've been a head chef. I start to use a lot of local product. Even it's still a French restaurant, French-based restaurant, but I started to get approached with a lot of local produce, local inspirations. Even though the fundamentals still within the French cuisine, but I think I start things bit by bit from there. I mean, the situation already been back since I decided to come back to Malaysia, as I say. But, and things won't just come together in one go. Things go bit by bit, and at the end, that's what we do at Gun. Yeah. Even when we started at Gun, when you look through what you have been done for past 4 years, where we started and what we are doing now, the type of foods, the type of cuisine, what we do is also I would say quite different. Yeah.
You were born and raised in Johor, and then, but you decided to open your first restaurant in Penang. Why is that, and not in Johor, in your own birthplace?
I mean, from a down south boy, when I was kids, and like north part of Malaysia, it's always bring us lots of curiosity for down south boys like us. When we get the chance to travel here, we feel it's very special here. And I mean, it's not like KL. We go KL very often, so those kind of curiosity, I think probably that's the reason led me to decide to come to Penang to be the first point when I decided to come back to Malaysia to continue my career as a chef. Yeah, I think, and anyway, that was my first job in Malaysia when I decided to come back in Malaysia. Yeah, I would say the curiosity, and the kind of heritage and sense being, yeah.
Penang is known for quick, cheap, amazing hawker food, and that's what also most Malaysians grow up with. How do you go about the challenges of introducing the fine dine culture to the local people here?
Yeah, of course, that's one of the crucial point, but I think it's just one of the stage. It's just our current stage, but it doesn't. And I think I mean, it's been 4 years. Not just 4 years. Since I come back to Malaysia, and Penang is almost it's getting 6 years. And I see a lot of improvements. It's definitely a different stage from. I mean, the current stage definitely is different from the stage when I just came back to Malaysia, and things have improved a lot. You don't just forget, Penang is not just a city; it's also a place for tourism. It's never just a place for local. Even so, I think the locals is still very important for the restaurants. The regular support and their understanding. It's also very important because I mean, from where my past experience and travel experience, a city, I mean, the kind of food, no matter local food or fine dining food, it's very important to get the local recognition too. Because if you want the outside people to recognize you, of course you need to get your own people to recognize yourself first. I think that's somehow it's very important. And I think, that I would say that from this point, I see a lot of improvement from the past 6 years. And we can't just see things from now. I mean, we have to see things for the future. I think things will get improved bit by bit, and because when a lot of people travel to this city, yes, the travel that probably that's the main reason they travel here for the local food. That probably is the main reason they travel here for. But I think it's nowadays it's not just the only reason because the situation has changed. Not we have more restaurants coming up, lots of local talents. They choose to coming back to this island, different concept. Yeah, in different concept. It's not like the old days. If you want to eat fine dining food, you probably have those kind of choice, one or two choices, and you only go to have steaks and salads and some soup and just dessert, something like that. When it comes to old days, but now it's different. You have different kind of concept. You can have different type of Italian food, different French food, or different kind of innovative cuisine. What is similar like what I'm doing now. You have just more and more, and I think this kind of talents when they're coming back, they raise the bar of the whole dining scene. And so yeah, I think the people make it's no matter the people who make it or the people who spend the money come to the restaurant, both sides, they make the whole things improve and keep going. And yeah, and I think that's very important. The whole environment has changed. Even we have more 5-star and luxury hotels coming. When these people they come for staycations, they can't. I mean, they can't eat the hawker food for 3 meals and for 3 days trip or the whole weekend. They have to find something else to make their Penang experience more complete and better. Yeah, I think all this will drive for a better direction and the whole dining scene to be improved. Yeah.
Open mind. I think open mind, like you said, is the key. Gun was the only restaurant in Penang voted into the 51 to 100 list of Asia's best restaurants 2021. How did that make you feel?
It is a good recognition. It is a very good recognition. I mean, I think the most important is it gives a good recognition for the efforts of all the team members that they have been paid off. And especially in this situation, to make them still believe, being a chef or being a F&B player is still, I mean, you're still playing an important role for this industry. So yeah, to make them feel like they can just keep going in this industry, I think that's the most important things. I mean, the impact we get from this award. Yeah, and again, it's a good recognition for what we have been done. At least there's some people recognize what we do and what we try to cook, what we try to do with our restaurants. Yeah, even though with these situations, we can't get much. I mean, besides, I would say that it gives the staff of good feeling. I mean, for business wise, you probably don't get that because we're still within the lockdown. You don't get much. You don't really see much impact on that, but. I mean, but there's a lot of things we can't see things from just like that. Yeah. Anyway, it's still a good thing.
What do you like most about being a chef?
Again, I love food. I love to eat, and I love to. That makes me love to cook, and the process, and when you try. Especially what I'm doing now with good, what we're trying to do, the recipes is the formulas you have nothing to follow. You basically have to come up with your own flavor combinations because what we're trying to do is you don't have a reference to follow and you have to try your things out and the result won't be like what you expect all the time. Sometimes I can go the other way. So I think that's the interesting part. That's also the interesting part, right? That make the whole job interesting, and because things are unexpected, and so you can always improve, and you can always find even from the unexpected thing, you can find certain things to be to explore another new combination. So for me, that's very interesting.
Do you think being the chef, you carry a huge weight on your shoulders? Like you are the leader in the kitchen, you always got to be the visionary and the person to lead your team?
Yes and no. I mean, of course, I'm their leaders. I'm their, I'm their chef. And I have to tell them what is right and wrong. It's good for them. If they do something wrong, don't tell them, and it's actually your fault as well. When they come out from here, they will bring this impact to anywhere else. I mean, they go for the next. That's not good. And yeah, as long as they are within your guidance, it's your responsibility to guide them to the right way.